Okay, this one kind of came out of nowhere, considering nobody was talking about this at all during the coaching carousel. Rumors and the rumor mill going around. His name was not brought into it once, but then all of a sudden everybody's talking about it, so let's make a video on it. And the guy that I'm talking about is BYU's own Kalani Sitaki. All of a sudden now, as we sit and we start this week, after the Kiffin decision to go to LSU, him leaving Ole Miss in the middle of, hey, we're about to make a playoff run. They're probably going to be a home team. We'll just see where the committee ranks them. But they went 11-1. He jumps out. He goes to LSU. And there were a couple other moves, like Auburn got a new head coach, Arkansas, Florida. So like other handful of teams, like the coaches just, did the coaching carousel. And one big program that hasn't named a head coach yet is Penn State. And it's like, okay. And everybody was talking about Dan Lanning. Everybody was talking about Kalen DeBoer, which it's funny because it's like, why would Kalen DeBoer is about to go win an SEC title game. His first. But Kalen DeBoer is about to go have a chance to play Kirby Smart in their backyard and, get a shot to take a SEC title game. And from what Bama was last year to what they are now, like, why would you leave Bama to go to Penn State? It seems just a little silly. So there was that name. Kenny Dillingham's name for Arizona State was also thrown out there, but he was like, nah, I'm good. And so all this being said, now the name that's thrown out there, which makes me go, what? Are we talking about the same guy here? Kalani Sitaki for BYU. And it's kind of funny because it's like nobody's talked about BYU all stinking year. The only people who have been talking about BYU are BYU fans, Big 12 fans, probably so like ASU fans and Texas Tech fans, like kind of like a, hey, this is our conference. We talk and stuff. But I think it's kind of funny because like nobody's talking about BYU going to the playoff. Nobody's giving BYU credit for having an 11-1 record. And then now all of a sudden when Penn State needs a coach, it's like, hold on, I know a guy. When it's like, dude, Kalani Sitaki has turned BYU around and made them relevant again. I mean, Zach Wilson, I think this all started with Zach Wilson too, in that 2020 season. But considering like how close they were last season, where if they did beat, there was the ASU versus BYU matchup. And personally, I do think there are a handful of games down the stretch where Kansas played upset. There's another one where BYU was prevented from going to the Big 12 to have that rematch against ASU, because I thought it would have been a rematch, but that's neither here nor there. But now where, BYU sits, at the precipice of, hey, if they beat Texas Tech, they're in. We'll see, if they do lose, would they let an 11-2 BYU in? I don't know. I don't make those choices. But, it's interesting to me now where BYU is about to make this run, and now all the rumors are going, okay, we're going to go get the guy from BYU. But I don't think so. I think a couple names. I know the Gruden name's been thrown out there for fun, but parts of me think that the next Penn State head coach is going to be an NFL coach. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because if they wanted to get Sitaki or Kenny Dillingham or one of these coaches who just finished the season, prepping for a bowl or going to the playoff, I don't think Penn State was in the position to try to leverage having a messy situation where, no, you're going to come coach for us. We're not going to let you finish. And I don't think the coach chose to take that route, kind of like the Ole Miss situation that we have going on. And so kind of in turn, I'm thinking, well, so if all the candidates, Dan Lanning, Kenny Dillingham, if they're going to stay at their programs, then it's like, who are the other coaches that are opening up for work? If they haven't called anybody whose season ended already and who's not prepping for a bowl game, my brain's mathematically going, okay, process of elimination, it's probably going to be an NFL coach. I could be wrong on that. Do I know who? No, but I just want to make this video kind of giving a reaction on how, the media just picks up something, and I don't think he's going. That's just me though. I think he's probably going to stick with BYU, because isn't BYU also his alma mater too? So we got two coaches at their alma maters, Dillingham and Sitaki. I don't know. Dan Lanning's alma mater, isn't it Iowa? It's Iowa. No, it's Missouri. So in like 10 years from now, if there was a position change, like if Dan Lanning's going to go anywhere, here's a fun prediction that I'm going to make. If Dan Lanning leaves Oregon, like by choice or anything, it's probably going to be to go to Missouri. Because, I mean, I think we've gone to the point now where the only other spot or team where it's like, this is a job you can't turn down would be the Bama one, Georgia. Bama, Georgia, yes, LSU, because it is LSU. Maybe Penn State. Ohio State, too, because Ohio State's Ohio State. Michigan, I think Michigan could be in that conversation. But I don't know what teams from the Big 12. And I don't know what... Clemson, I would say Clemson, Miami, Florida State for ACC. Just on name and brand, but who knows? Who knows? That's neither here nor there, but this is just my thoughts on Sitaki and him potentially leaving. I know I've rambled for too long. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.